What's going on, guys? I just had this really good idea, a bit of a random idea, but it had come to me earlier this week. I forgot about it, and then I thought of it again. I have four pictures here in front of me. Four pictures where there's some kind of action going on, some kind of movement, and I thought it would be interesting for me to try and talk about as many different phrasal verbs as I can relating to movement and these four photos. So I want to know what you think of this, guys. Is this something that's useful? Do you find it easy to understand? Is it a good way of teaching phrasal verbs? Please let me know. Let me know in a comment below. Send me a message. I'm trying to work on a way of teaching phrasal verbs that is more intuitive so that you understand the concepts of why we use phrasal verbs the way we do. So please let me know what you think. Anyway, the first photo here is a dog. And this dog's at the beach. He's got a stick in his mouth. He's running back to the beach away from the water. So he's running to me. He's obviously picked up the stick. I threw the stick out to the ocean. The waves have probably pushed the stick in towards the beach as the dogs run out away from the beach towards the water, right? He's running away from me. If I'm standing on the beach and he's running this way, he's running away from me. He's running towards the stick, and then he's biting onto the stick, and he's lifting the stick up. He's picking the stick up, and he's going to take the stick back to me. He's going to run back onto the beach, back towards me on the beach. He's picked up the stick and he's going to bring it back to me. So that's the first photo here. He could be running around the beach if he's running but not in a specific direction. He could run along the beach, so from side to side, along. He's running along the beach. If I am up one end of the beach and he's running away from me, he could be running down the beach. If I'm down one end of the beach and he's running away from me, he could be running up the beach. So that's a little different way to sort of play with phrasal verbs here and movement, guys, okay? The second photo here is a fish, and this fish is flying through the air. It is obviously traveling upstream, so it's swimming upstream, it's jumping upstream, it's trying to get to further up the stream. Obviously, it's a salmon. It's probably going to, settle down with a female and lay eggs and then fertilize those eggs and have babies. But at the moment, he's jumped up out of the water. He's traveling through the air. And he's probably about to fall down. He's going to fall down back into, back into the water, right? So he's jumping up through the air and he's about to fall back down into the water, back down in the water. He would be swimming through the water then. He might decide again to quickly swim up to the surface. Maybe he swims down deep in the water and then comes back again to the surface. He swims back up to the surface of the water and jumps up out of the water and then back into the water. So he jumps out of the water and then back into the water. The third photo we have here looks like a coati. This is a kind of mammal. I think these guys are from South America, but this guy looks like he has climbed up a tree. He's climbed up a tree. Maybe he climbed down the tree first and he was looking around for some food, and then he realized that the food was actually back up in the tree. So he's climbed up the tree and now he's walking along a vine. He could be running along, he's traveling along, he's moving along the vine. So along the vine, he's going along it, he's coming along it, he's moving along it. He's going from one side to the other. If he tripped off the vine, so he was on it and he's tripped off it, that means he's fallen off the vine. So he's not on it, he's fallen off it. If he falls off it, that's the movement off the thing, and then he could fall down. So he could fall down out of the trees, he could fall down out of the trees and then onto the ground. So if he trips over and then falls off the vine, he would fall down towards the ground, and when he hits the ground, he's fallen onto the ground. But hopefully that doesn't happen to this little guy, and hopefully he runs along, he runs across, he runs from one tree to the other tree, he runs over to the other tree, he gets from one side to the other okay, and he doesn't trip over, he doesn't fall down, he doesn't fall off the vine. The very last photo that I have here for today's little special video is a lady running with her dog. So she's running along a path, she's running along a road, maybe she's jogging along a path, she's jogging along a road. Because she's on the road, we could say that she's running on the road, she's jogging on the road, she's walking on the road. If she's walking away from me, that is that she's getting further and further from me, the distance is increasing, I could say that she's jogging away from me. She's running away from me. She's walking away from me. She's going away from me. She is moving away from me. That distance is increasing. If it was the opposite, she's coming towards me. She's coming to me. She's running to me. She's jogging to me. So see how the preposition can stay the same here, and I just keep changing the verb to change how I'm describing the movement. It could be walking, running, jogging, moving, going, and then on the road, or towards me, to me, away from me. And that sort of talks about that movement. If she ran from the grass on one side of the road to the other side of the road, she's run across the road. She's jumped across the road. She's walked across the road. She's moved across the road. If the dog went between her legs, it could have run through her legs. It could jog through her legs. It could trot through her legs. It could walk through her legs. It could move through her legs. If the dog ran in front of her and she fell, if she fell to the ground like this, she fell over. She also fell down. They both sort of mean the same thing. Down meaning this is up, that's down, and the movement like this, that idea of going like this, is over. She's fallen over, she's fallen down, she's fallen down. So that's if the dog has tripped her over, it's caused her to fall over, to fall down. What other phrasal verbs could we use? She's crossed over the road, we could also use that. Yeah, that's probably it today, guys. She's running along it. She's running next to the dog. She's running away from me. She's running across the road. Those are the different phrasal verbs that I wanted to play with today, guys. So I might try and make this a regular thing, guys. I'm constantly trying to come up with ways to make phrasal verbs easier to understand. Let me know what you think. If you have any photos that you'd like me to do this with too, then let me know. And I'll chat to you soon. Peace out.